Good morning, students. Today I am going to continue the chapter Sectors of the Indian Economy. In previous video I explained you about Narega, how Narega works, what are the conditions for Narega. Now today I will explain you about the division of sectors as organized and unorganized sector. On the basis of terms of employment and rules and regulations, economic activities can be classified into two sectors, that is organized and unorganized. Now what is organized sector? Organized sector means the people who are doing the work at government places. So the sectors which has some formal process and procedures, rules and regulations of work is termed as organized sectors. Workers of organized sector enterprises get regular and assured employment. All such enterprises are registered by the government and they have to follow government rules and regulations mentioned in the Factories Act, Minimum Wages Act, Establishment Act, etc. Organized sectors workers have fixed hours of work, and if they have to work more, they are paid over time. They enjoyed paid casual leaves, medical leave, provident fund, medical travelling and dearness allowances and other benefits. They are covered under social security measures. After retirement, they get pension. Organized sectors enterprises normally also provide some facilities to their workers such as safe drinking water, subsidized canteen and recreation facilities, etc. Organized sector enterprises and workers have relatively better environment and better conditions of work. I will give you one example of Bhavna. She is employed of a nationalized bank. She was selected through an interview and then got an appointment letter stating terms and conditions of work. She works in the office from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. She is paid her salary regularly at the end of every month. Apart from salary, she enjoys the benefits of provident fund, leave and other allowances as per rules. Her job is secured and she cannot be removed from the job without having any genuine charge. Now, what is organized sector? The sectors in which people are safe. They cover the enterprises of places of work where the terms of employment are regular and people have assured work. It is called organized sector because it has some formal process and procedures. These enterprises are registered by the government and have to follow the rules and regulations framed by government under various laws like Factories Act, Minimum Wages Act, Payment of Employments Provident Fund and miscellaneous provision acts, etc. Workers in the organized sector have security of employment, work for fixed hours, number of hours, and get additional overtime wages if asked to work more. They get medical benefits, and the management has to ensure facilities like clean drinking water and safe working environment. Some of these people have not been employed by anyone but may work on their own. But they too have to register themselves with the government and follow the rules and regulations. In some organizations, the workmen also get pension after retirement. They also get paid leaves, payment for working on holidays, and medical benefits. Now, what is unorganized sector? Now, unorganized sector, the sector that does not follow any rules, regulations, and procedures, is termed as unorganized sector. All small and scattered units, small street shops, pushcart and footpath vendors, casual laborers, repair workers, etc., come under the category of unorganized sector. Unorganized sector workers do not get regular and secured employment. They get the low wages and no social security measures are available to them. They do not have any paid holidays and they have to work in unhealthy work conditions for longer hours of work. I will take example of Raju, who works in a small tea canteen as a helper. He has to work from 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. in the night. He is paid low wages on daily basis. He does not have any holiday. If he does not come to the shop on any day, he does not get wages for that day. He is not entitled for any sort of provident fund, medical allowances, etc. He may be told to leave the job at any time. He has to work under unhealthy conditions. Presently in India, workers are losing their jobs in the organized sector, especially after the adoption of economic reforms in 1990. People are forced to join unorganized sector for their living. But as we have seen the conditions of unorganized sector, workers are painful and pitiable. In this situation, there is need to protect the interest of unorganized sector workers. In our rural sector, landless, agricultural laborers, marginal farmers, artisans such as weavers, carpenters, blacksmiths, potters, goldsmiths, etc. form the unorganized sector. Nearly 80% of rural households work as small and marginal farmers. interest of these farmers should be protected by providing them seeds, fertilizers and agricultural implements, storage and marketing facilities, irrigation facilities and credit facilities at reasonable rate of interest. Rural artisans should also be given cheaper and adequate loan facilities from bank. In urban areas, cottage industries, casual workers, daily wage earners, domestic servants, etc. come under unorganized sector workers. They also need government support and protection. Most of these workers come from scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. Now, what is unorganized sector? The unorganized sector enterprises are not registered with the government. This sector is characterized by small and scattered units which are largely outside the control of government, and governmental rules and regulations are not followed. Workers get lower wages and there is no provision for overtime payment, paid holidays or paid leave due to sickness, etc. A large number of people doing their jobs like street hawkers, repair workers, domestic servants and similar other workmen come under unorganized sector. Workmen can be asked to quit the job at any time without any reason being given, and employment is insecure. Casual workers and landless laborers in rural area also fall in this category. Now, how to protect workers in the unorganized sector? The unorganized sector comprises mainly of workers who get irregular and low paid work, besides facing social discrimination. Their protection and supporting them is necessary for both economic and social equality. In rural area, unorganized sector comprises of landless, agricultural laborers, small and marginal farmers, sharecroppers and artisans. So, protection of unorganized sector workers can be accomplished through this method. We should develop alternative source of employment besides agriculture. For this purpose, other sections of the economy like power, finance, skill development and other infrastructure need to be developed. Public work program like construction of roads and school buildings, digging of irrigation canals and other similar work should be implemented in rural areas with a view to provide employment to rural workers throughout the year. These are short-term measures only. These workers have no social security or job security. Sincere efforts are required to provide them social, financial, and required economical security. As agricultural laborer is not permanently attached to one employer, their social security becomes a complex problem. The government must provide them compulsory insurance either on marginal contribution or on a nominal contribution. Now you have to write question and answer in your fair copy. Distinguish between organized and unorganized sector. In what ways can employment be increased in urban areas?